What's going on, everybody? It's me, Stock Picks by Tim. In this video, I want to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at a couple things here. We're going to look at tax loss harvesting. We're going to look at wash sale. What do these things mean? Well, we are coming up to the end of the year, and it's definitely something to think about. Do you want to sell your crypto and buy back in? Take that capital loss and get something back in your taxes. Crypto doesn't have the same regulations that stocks do, but we're gonna look into all this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's check out what I'm talking about here. Now, I'm here on SoFi, and they talk about the wash sale rule. And for those of you that don't know what that is, this is something that happens for stocks, bonds, ETFs. If you take a loss on something, sell out, you can't buy back in within a certain period, or it will be a wash sale and you can't utilize that in your taxes. You can't take advantage of that. Now, the IRS doesn't classify crypto as a security, meaning it doesn't classify it as stocks or things like that. It is actually considered property. So with crypto, according to SoFi, you definitely want to do your own research. You want to definitely ask your tax professional. But according to SoFi, if you sell your crypto, you could literally buy back in the next day, meaning the wash sale rule doesn't apply to crypto. And it's definitely one thing to think about. I know the sentiment of selling Bitcoin, trying to, time the market, things like that, people definitely don't like the thought of that, some people at least. But in reality, the only way that this is not necessarily a good idea is if you were to sell your crypto, say at the end of this year, planning on buying back in, you don't buy back in time, and it absolutely skyrockets without you. Now, how likely is this to happen? I personally think it's very unlikely that we're going to just suddenly see a huge spike in crypto, especially in the next month or two. And I really don't think it's a bad idea to take advantage of our losses. And if you look throughout this year, if you bought Bitcoin this year, most likely you are down. With exception of a few days in November, which, as a side note, that's not very encouraging, that the most recent lowest lows for Bitcoin this year was, just a month away. And this could possibly keep tumbling. So that's also a good potential reason to sell your Bitcoin and buy back in. Say you bought it 40-something thousand. You can sell here, take whatever loss that is, a percentage of that loss will be returned to you. Just like if you make a gain on your taxes, a percentage of that gain you will owe the IRS. Well, the same goes for capital losses. You do get a little bit of a refund there, you could say. So it's just something to think about. Chances are you can sell, buy back in, the price won't fluctuate all that much, and you can take an advantage of that tax loss. So in my eyes, chances are you can sell this year, buy back in, take advantage of the fact that crypto doesn't have a wash sale rule. And even if you don't buy back in within 30 days, you take a little bit longer. Personally, I think Bitcoin's price will probably stagnate for a little bit longer, potentially fall down. We are finding resistance on the EMAs. You might want to watch the 100 EMA. It does find resistance there, but just looking at the chart, it still looks a bit bearish. It is still in a longer term downtrend, and the average person can assume that Bitcoin will likely go down more before it goes back up. But in the end, I do have faith in the long term of Bitcoin. Just want to mention the wash sale rule and the fact that it doesn't apply to crypto yet, but make sure you do your own research. But I will likely be taking advantage of this, because if not, it's essentially just money left on the table. But thanks as always, guys. Let me know what you think about selling your Bitcoin and buying back in. Do you think this is a bad idea? Do you think it's not worth the risk? Or do you think it's stupid not to do it? But thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll probably be putting something out a little bit later today here. Have a good rest of your day.